Hope this morning finds you all well. Uh, I'm headed to my assignment for today. Knock these 12 hours out, oh merciful heavens. But yeah, I'm going to get straight to the point because my time is relatively brief. Maybe a few months ago, maybe almost a year ago, one particular black male figure was in the popular headlines, or a center of controversy per se. He was going through his divorce with a very popular celebrity debutante, Kim Kardashian. So there were a lot of issues that were going on with the celebrity. I mean, most of us know he had his issues with the Jewish community. And he also had some very big business endeavors that were somehow placed in peril due to the fact that he had said some of the things that he said. One deal in particular was Adidas. Now, I guess one could arguably say that was one of Kanye's biggest deals. I guess you could also say is, considering the way things are today. Now, what I say all that to say is that there was a lot of criticism and things of that nature. He's spazzing out on Pete and this, that, and the third. Now you have Kim Kardashian talking about how big a burden Kanye was on her show. Then you have Adidas. Adidas was stuck with a Yeezy product. So they didn't want to stamp Ye's name on him because they would have to pay Ye, and they couldn't necessarily give them away because everybody knew what they were. But you can't sell Yeezys without the Yeezy, I imagine. So now that there's been murmuring, because Adidas was scheduled to lose a few billion or at least a considerable amount of revenue because of their severance of ties with Kanye. So now it comes out that they're rumored to be trying to make a deal with Kanye to get rid of the shoes. And not only that, I remember Kanye was talking about that he couldn't use his Apple Pay because he tried to use one of his accounts. That I guess these accounts in total, one number is 78 million, but apparently he's been returned $75 million that Adidas had somehow managed to freeze from him. Now, can you imagine if the electric company decides to say, well, you owe us this amount of money, this arbitrary sum, and because you're being scrutinized publicly because of certain things that you may have said, or a way that you may believe, we're going to freeze your money. Now, you may be in contest with that electric company, and in regards to the amount of the bill, but they freeze all your money, even more than what you're I guess allegedly owe them. Because think about it, Ye and Adidas had a deal, but that's not even really the point I'm trying to make this morning as I head to my plantation. I was, a few of the popular pro-black black empowerment types were very, very critical of Kanye because of what I guess the acrimonious tone of the accusations of anti-Semitism against Kanye West, and the backlash with Kyrie, and but I really just have to say, it's interesting, how even just I guess yesterday or something that he went to church or something like that, and the paparazzi was chasing, and he had his little son with him, and he had his wife with him, and they were dressed in some type of thing. Like Kanye got the shoulder pad and the sock situation going on. That's a wild shit. But I got fashion. I'm an old nigga. I can't really speak on fashion. But I guess Kanye's old. But I digress. The paparazzi was on him. He on his way to church or whatever. So they pushed their way through and the headlines, I guess the TMZ said that he's something to the point that he spazzed out because the paparazzi came at him. So it's like, man, I guess in a way the man can't lose. And I know a lot of black people. Slavery was a choice. Meanwhile, like I said, I'm reporting to my plantation. I could choose not to report here, but I have other obligations and wants and needs and I guess purposeful goals that I'm working toward where I cannot afford to lose my wages from my cotton picking. Yeah, it's a brand. You know what impressive is? I mean, a brand is, a brand is kind of malleable. A brand could be on a building, or a brand could just be stamped on packaging. A brand could be at the end of a television or movie production. Yeah, it's a brand. And just like corporations, I imagine, business entities, your stock goes up and your stock lowers. I heard this cat. One cat came on there after the story came out. The EA won, got a 75 million back or whatever. One of the cats said, "Well, maybe he can relax. Maybe he can stop making music and seek mental health." Niggas on the internet type anything, in my mind. And the guy had a last name. His username last name was Black, spelled Baaq. Is it a win for Kanye? I'm just asking. That's all I want to know. I must head on into fulfill my duties. Peace and love. Nigga nation and nothing.